Friday night, May 30th, the royal family invades Chicago, Illinois with the Royal Gathering. Hosted by King Io Ben Jehu, spoken poetry from Queen Gallery, musical performances from Queen Paris, Queen Carly, and King Big Homie Yurt, with a live lesson presented by Mike Maliss. It's the Royal Gathering, live from the Bass Theater at the Beverly Arts Center. Request your tickets for this free event today.
Shalom Israel, giving honor and praise to the Most High God for the reading and the understanding of His word. And family, I want to wish every king, every queen, every prince, and every princess, I want to wish you a wonderful, magnificent Sabbath. And once again, thank you for bringing us in with your brother this week. And family, I'm telling y'all right now, if you missed the Royal Gathering this year, you are going to miss something special. All last week, I have been working on the show sets. Everything is complete. They are 100% incredible. I can't wait to see it. Now, I just heard everything. I cannot wait till we see this live and everything is in production. It is going to be so awesome. Once again, Friday night, May 30th, live from the Bass Theater at the Beverly Arts Center. It is our Royal Gathering, and it is going to be so special and so incredible. All you have to do, if you have not received your tickets yet, reach out at TRG Tickets at yahoo.com. There is a 4 ticket per family limit. If you want to be there, all you got to do is reach out. Now, oh, family. Y'all know I love when we do our History Lane series. I always get an excitement when we do our History Lane because, especially now, with the world coming to the terms of who the Israelites really are, all praises to the Most High, there are some things that people have to realize. They have to come to realize. They have a lot of shedding of misinformation to do. And we have to be the ones responsible for replacing that misinformation with the correct information, okay? We are the retellers of the true history, not their story, our history, which is the biblical scriptures. We are going to be reading from 2 Kings tonight, chapters 9 and 10. So family, please, at this time, open your Bibles to the 1611 King James Version Bible with the Apocrypha, and let's go ahead and go down history lane. We're going to start at 2 Kings. 2 Kings, chapter 9, verse 1. I'm going to repeat it again. 2 Kings, chapter 9, verse 1. And Elisha, the prophet, called one of the children of the prophets and said unto him, Gird up thy loins, and take this box of oil in thine hand, and go to Ramoth Gilead. Gird up your loins. Whenever the father tells his sons to gird up his loins, he's about to put him through something. There's about to be... Shh, let me shut up. I don't want to spoil it. Verse 2. And when thou comest thither, look out there Jehu, the son of Jehoshaphat, the son of Nimshi, and go in, and make him arise up from among his brethren, and carry him to an inner chamber. There's a lot right there. There's a lot to unpack. First and foremost, the Most High, as you clearly see, He always breaks down who the daddy of the daddy is. I'm telling you, the Most High is a historical note taker. And again, this points right back to Amos chapter 3 and verse 2. Of all the families of the earth, I've only known you. Now, of course, the Most High knows all the families, but when he says no, meaning I only deal with my Israelites, I only deal with you. And for anybody wondering what I'm drinking, it's Hennessy and vodka. Verse 3. Then take the box of oil and pour it on his head and say, thus saith the Lord, I have anointed thee king over Israel. Then open the door and flee and tarry not. You see this? Let's go back real quick. Let's go back to verse 2. Do you see right here how it told him to take him to a chamber, meaning that conversation was not for everybody? Every conversation is not meant for you. Every conversation is not meant for me. My ears are not meant to hear everything. It's not. It's true. It's the very truth. So now let's go back to verse 3. Then take the box of oil and pour it on his head and say, thus saith the Lord, thus saith the Most High God of Israel, I have anointed thee to be king over Israel. This goes right back to Deuteronomy chapter 17, verse 15. The Most High does not want us putting anybody over us that is not an Israelite. Not only an Israelite, but a righteous Israelite. That's why you got to be on those precepts, baby. You got to know. You got to study to show thyself approved, verse 4. So the young man, even the young man, the prophet, went to Ramoth Gilead. And when he came, behold, the captains of the host were sitting, and he said, I have an errand to thee, O captain. And Jehu said, unto which, all of us? And he said, to thee, O captain, I got a job for you. Not everybody else, for you. And for many of you watching right now, the Most High had a job just for you. And many times you try to incorporate other people into it, and the Father like, no, this is just for you. There have been people that have told me that, and they were 100% correct. They were like, no, the Father has something for you to do. And they told me, and they were right. And I could do nothing but eat humble pie, because they were right. Just because I teach his word don't mean that I'm not supposed to listen to others as well. All right. I'm telling you, don't ever be so high above yourself that you fail to listen. That's just stupid. Verse 6. And he arose and went into the house, and he poured the oil on his head and said unto him, thus saith the Lord God of Israel, I have anointed thee king over the people of the Lord. I'm going to read that again. I have anointed thee king over the people of the Lord, even over Israel. So what does this mean? For those of you that are a little further educated than most, that means king over Judah and king over all the rest of the 11 tribes. All praises to the Most High. He raises up the brothers within Israel and be like, no, I'm going to put a brother over all of you, a righteous one that knows my word. Verse 7. And thou shalt smite, and thou shalt smite the house of Ahab, thy master. We in captivity right now. Watch this. That I may avenge the blood of my servants, the prophets, and the blood of all the servants of the Lord at the hand of Jezebel. What did Most High tell him to gird up his loins for? He said, son, I got to send you out to be a killer. All praises to the Most High. Oh, this history lane is going to mean something here tonight, baby. You better believe it. You better believe it. This history lane here tonight, first and foremost, this is going to show you why these nations are so afraid of us, why they're so scared, and why they are panicking. They're shaking in their boots. Why all of these white supremacist groups, as you see all over the country, all over the world, actually, they are all raising up right now. Oh, yeah, we got to kill the niggers. We got to kill the niggers. Why? Because they know what this word say. We not scared. And we know many of us going to die too. But when we do die, guess what? That's our automatic crown. All praises to the Most High. All praises to our Father. You better believe it. Verse 8. For the whole house of Ahab shall perish. You see what the father said? Kill everybody. The whole house. That means a whole lot of them. All of them. Everybody. God said, kill them all. For the whole house of Ahab shall perish, and I will cut off from Ahab him that pisseth against the wall, and him that is shut up and left in Israel. And I will make the house of Ahab like the house of Jeroboam, the son of Nebat, and like the house of Baasha, the son of Ahaziah. And the dogs shall eat Jezebel in the portion of Jezreel, and there shall be none to bury her. And he opened the door and fled. Now, you see this? I want to make sure y'all understand something. So if you go back to 1 Kings chapter 21 and 23, I believe that's it. 1 Kings chapter 21 and 23. Somebody please check me on that one real quick, please, just to make sure that I'm putting out the accuracy. But that should be the precept to this right here, where Elijah said that Jezebel is going to be eaten by the dogs. She is going to be eaten by the dogs. And we're going to see this here as we go in. But watch, let's just continue here. But mark that down though. But so again, 1 Kings chapter 21, 23. I want to keep the flow of this here. So someone check me on that, please. Let's continue. All right. And we are at verse 11. Then Jehu came forth to the servants of his Lord. And one said unto him, is all well? Wherefore came this mad fellow to thee? And he said unto them, ye know the man and his communication. So let's break that down for a second. So a brother came to Jehu and was like, yo, bro, what's up? So his countenance. We're like, yo, Black, what's up with you? What's the matter? And Jehu had that spirit on him, was like, yo, I just got visited by the Lord. You know the man and his communication. Y'all already know when my countenance is like this, y'all already know what's up. It just goes to show you how close we were to the Lord back then, man. Verse 12, excuse me. And they said, it is false. Tell us now. And he said, thus and thus spake he to me, saying, thus saith the Lord, I have anointed thee king over Israel. Watch their reaction. Then they hasted and took every man his garment and put it under him on the top of the stairs and blew with trumpets, saying, Jehu is king. There was a happiness that we had within ourselves where one of us is elevated. You see, today, if one of us is elevated, we hate that man. We hate that sister. Oh, look at who the hell made this person this person. Ooh. Y'all know how we be. Y'all know exactly how we be. We don't got time for that. This is History Lane, showing you our history, how things used to be. We used to love each other. Verse 14. So, Jehu, the son of Jehoshaphat, the son of Nimshi, conspired against Joram. Now, Joram had kept Roth-Gilead, and he and all Israel, because of Hazael, king of Syria. You see how the Father always breaks this down and makes sure that there's no stone left unturned. But King Joram was returned to be healed in Jezreel of the wounds which the Syrians had given him, when he fought with Hazael, king of Syria. And Jehu said, if it be your minds, then let none go forth nor escape out of the city to go to tell it in Jezreel. So now he's starting to bark out some orders. Verse 16, watch this. So Jehu rode in a chariot and went to Jezreel, for Joram lay there, and Ahaziah, king of Judah, was come down to see Joram. And there stood a watchman on the tower in Jezreel, and he spied the company of Jehu as he came, and said, I see a company. And Joram said, take an horseman and send to meet them, and let him say, is it peace? So what's happening right here? So now you have Jehu, he coming with his squad. And they're going right to that kingdom. But now you have the watchmen. Remember they used to have like the watchtowers. So they're sitting there looking. Yo, there's some niggas pulling up. These niggas pulling up. Go ask them, is it peace? Are they coming peacefully? Why y'all pulling up? That's what it's saying. Why y'all niggas pulling up? The ops are pulling up. Watch this. Verse 18. So there went one on horseback to meet him and said, thus saith the king, is it peace? And Jehu said, what hast thou to do with peace? What you know about peace? We in captivity. You coming to ask me about peace? Hold up. Watch what he says. Turn thee behind me. And the watchman told, saying, the messenger came to them, but he cometh not again. Then he sent out a second on horseback, which came to them and said, thus saith the king, is it peace? And Jehu answered, what hast thou to do with peace? Turn thee behind me. So as you see, Jehu was not coming to play any games. First and foremost, the Most High told him, gird up your loins. Gird up your loins because there's some killing that you got to do. Jehu was on a mission. Do y'all see why the world is so afraid right now and why all of these white supremacist groups and everybody all getting together, how they are all beginning to gather together? The Jews are gathering together. All of those white supremacists are gathering together. Everybody in their nations are all beginning now to gather together. The Muslims are all starting to gather together. The only people separated are the Israelites. Black, Hispanic, and Native American people. And the thing is that the world can see it without question. No problems with seeing it at all whatsoever. None. It's undeniable all over the world. Verse 20. And the watchman told, saying, he came even unto them and cometh not again. And the driving is like the driving of Jehu, the son of Nimshi, for he driveth furiously. And Joram said, make ready. And his chariot was made ready. And Joram, king of Israel, and Ahaziah, king of Judah, went out, each in his chariot. And they went out against Jehu and met him in the portion of Nobath the Jezreelite. Yes, he was getting ready to happen. Oh, there's about to be a fight. It's about to be a war. Or we being nosy? Or we going to be all nosy in this one? Verse 22. And it came to pass when Joram saw Jehu that he said, is it peace, Jehu? Now, hold on. Time out. I need y'all to understand something real quick. So here you have this king that got them in captivity, right? But he sees Jehu. Now, remember, this is a king. A mighty king, a mighty man, mighty. Got up off his throne. He had to come down because he knew. Oh, he knew. This is one I'm going to have to get up out my seat for. I can't send anyone to handle this because this is not light work. So he stepped to him and said, peace? What's up? Watch this. Watch this. And it came to pass when Joram saw Jehu that he said, is it peace, Jehu? And he answered, what peace? What peace? So long as the whoredoms of thy mother Jezebel and her witchcrafts are so many. What peace? What you talk about, nigga? You sinning against my God. You already know I'm here. You already know why I'm here, nigga. And Joram turned his hands and fled and said to Ahaziah, there is treachery, O Ahaziah. Made him bounce. ran. That nigga ran. He ran up out of there. Why? The Most High told Jehu, gird up thy loins. So guess what? Jehu was about the Most High's business. Had the spirit of killing on him. And they saw it. What he do? He ran. Smart man, right? Watch this. Verse 24. And Jehu drew a bow with his full strength and smote Joram between his arms. And the arrow went out at his heart, and he sunk down in his chariot. All praises to the Most High God of Israel. There's a reason behind everything I do. Y'all didn't know that our brothers were archers, huh? Oh, yeah. Archers. The bow and arrow. Now it makes sense why so many natives use bow and arrows. Oh, yeah. The truth will be told. Verse 25. Then said Jehu to Bidkar, his captain, take up and cast him in the portion of the field of Nobath the Jezreelite. For remember how that when I and thou rode together after Ahab his father, the Lord laid his burden upon him. Surely I have seen yesterday the blood of Naboth and the blood of his son, saith the Lord, and I will requite thee in this plat, saith the Lord. Now therefore take and cast him into the plat of ground according to the word of the Lord. See that? Jehu doing all this in the honor and the word and the instruction and the communication of the Most High God of Israel. The Father is going to raise us up, especially these last days. He's going to raise us up, and guess what's going to happen? Guess what's going to happen? Ezekiel chapter 25, verse 14. That's what they're afraid of. And we're reading a history of us doing this. This is why I'm bringing this out. I have to show you, I have to prove it to you that we are the people of this book. They always say that we're violent. They always say that we can't be controlled. And guess what? They're right. Our Father is the one that's in control of us, and the Father controls our violence through the cup of his wrath. That's right. Now, here's the thing. They have a preview of just how violent we are. Because why? We kill each other. There's going to come a time when that is going to stop. All that anger is going to be turned back on them. They have been watching it this whole time. They know what's coming. That's why I'm telling y'all, for all of you that want to cleave to them, the Most High made it very clear. If you cleave to him, you're dying with him, and you deserve it. Let's continue. Verse 27. But when Ahaziah, the king of Judah, saw this, he fled by the way of the garden house. And Jehu followed after him and said, smite him also in the chariot. And they did so at the going up to Gird, which is by Eblim. And he fled to Medigo and died there. All praises to the Most High. And his servants carried him in a chariot to Jerusalem and buried him in the sepulchre with his father in the city of David. And in the 11th year of Joram, the son of Ahab, began Ahaziah to reign over Judah. And when Jehu was come to Jezreel, Jezebel heard of it. And she painted her face and tired her head and looked out at a window. And as Jehu entered in at the gate, she said, had Zimri peace, who slew his master? So hold on a second now. We gotta talk about something here real quick. A lot of you sisters, yeah, y'all love to receive a pass. Nope. You ain't getting no pass. Dirty. Some sisters are dirty as hell, evil as hell. And what was Jezebel involved in? Witchcraft. That's many of you. Remember that probably about 3 years ago, we had the whole lesson with the sister that tried to infiltrate our family with the witchcraft. Y'all remember that? Yeah, we wasn't playing that. It just goes to show you, though. It just goes to show you these are the battles that we have fought. We fight these battles just like them. Why? Because we are the same people. All praises to the Most High God of Israel. And you got some of these idiots out here still watching Christianity. Idiots. They learn nothing there. Brain dead. That's why they watch it. Verse 31. And as Jehu entered in at the gate, she said, had Zimri peace, who slew his master? And he lifted up his face to the window and said, who is on my side? Who? And there looked out to him 2 or 3 eunuchs. And he said, throw her down. And he said, throw her down. You see how there was none of that nonsense? This male masculinity, toxic masculinity and all that. He said, throw her on the ground. Throw her down. There was no time for none of that stupidity. So they threw her down, and some of her blood was sprinkled on the wall and on the horses, and he trode her underfoot. Do you see how the Most High was not playing around, even when it comes to the sisters? He said, kill her. He didn't show no mercy to her. They threw her down so hard that her blood splattered against the wall and on the horses. Then he went up to her and made the horses trod down on her. They killed her. Stomped her to death. Stomped her out. Stomped a mud hole in her. That's all us. This is all the evidence. People can get mad all you want to. I'm reading the evidence. That's right. All praises to the Most High. Go under your bed and cry about it. Verse, where we at? 34. And when he was come in, he did eat and drink and said, go, see now this cursed woman and bury her, for she is a king's daughter. You see that? There was even, I don't want to call it compassion, but there was a certain respect to say, it's a king's daughter. Bury her properly. And they went to bury her, but they found no more of her than the skull and the feet and the palms of her hands. Wherefore they came again and told him, and he said, this is the word of the Lord, which he spake by his servant Elijah the Tishbite, saying, in the portion of Jezreel shall dogs eat the flesh of Jezebel, and the carcass of Jezebel shall be as dung upon the face of the field in the portion of Jezreel, so that they shall not say this is Jezebel. So now I got to go and let me verify this here. I know I asked y'all to, but I just want to make sure. First Kings, this is going to be 21:23, I believe. But I just got to make sure that I'm giving y'all the right information here. And I am. Okay, it is. Right, so let me just read it real quick. First Kings chapter 21, verse 23. And of Jezebel also spake the Lord, saying, the dog shall eat Jezebel by the wall of Jezreel. There it is. There you have it. You see that? So now, let me bring this out. Let me bring something out real quick. Do you see how, when it comes to Jehu, Jehu followed our past, the scriptures, the word of the Lord. Elisha the prophet went ahead and prophesied that, and the Most High brought it forth through Jehu. So that happened historically. The Father also made some other predictions, prophecies, prophetic speech. He said in these last days, which we are living in today, that there's going to be these biologicals that's going to be in the air. There's going to be the release of these creatures back onto the earth. there's going to be an uncertainty amongst the entire world when it comes to Black, Hispanic, and Native American people. There's going to be questions. There's going to be fears. Here we are. All right here. We're going to go over to verse 10. I want to read that one too, being that we're in history lane. Y'all have to understand what this is. This is our history. This is everything that's been kept from us. This is everything that those disgusting lying-ass pastors never taught us. Even our own parents. They never taught us this. But now we're learning it today. And it's undeniable. And thank God for the revelation. 2 Kings chapter 10. And Ahab had 70 sons in Samaria. And Jehu wrote letters and sent to Samaria unto the rulers of Jezreel, to the elders, and to them that brought up Ahab's children, saying, Now as soon as this letter cometh to you, seeing your master's sons are with you, and there are with you chariots and horses, a fenced city also, and armor. So what? What is Jehu doing? He's telling them all their business. Look even out of the best and meetest of your master's sons, and set him on his father's throne, and fight for your master's house. Wow. Jehu is putting together an army. He giving instructions. Y'all niggas better not be scared. You better fight them. You can beat them. You will beat them. Kill them. Kill them. Your master's house. Wait a second. This is all the way thousands of years ago. Master's house. Just like how we had to fight for our master's house too. Where we rebelled in slavery. Oh, so there's the same people. Oh, okay. Okay, yeah. Thought so. Verse 4. But they were exceedingly afraid and said, Behold, 2 kings stood not before him. How then shall we stand? They were fearful. Just like today. There's brothers like myself, King JJ, King Gino, with brothers of other camps, bringing out this word, standing up for the Most High. Because everybody in the camp is not a bad person. I need people to understand that. Everyone in the camp is not a bad person. Now, there's bad people in camps, okay? We get it. We get it. But right here, there's some people that are afraid. Everyone does not have that sensation to get up and fight. Everyone don't have that. Everyone does not have that. Verse 5. And he that was over the house, and he that was over the city, the elders also, and the bringers up of the children, sent to Jehu, saying, We are thy servants, and will do all that thou shalt bid us. We will not make any king. Do thou that which is good in thine eyes. Then he wrote a letter the second time to them, saying, If ye be mine, and if ye will hearken unto my voice, take ye the heads of the men your master's sons, and come to me to Jezreel by tomorrow this time. Now the king's sons, being 70 persons, were with the great men of the city, which brought them up. And it came to pass, when the letter came to them, that they took the king's sons and slew 70 persons, and put their heads in baskets, and sent them to Jezreel. All praises to the Most High. When the Father wants something done, it's gonna get done. What's the Most High saying? Yo, kill them niggas. 70 of them. Kill them all. Bring me their heads. Bring me their heads. So now y'all see why. Now you see why. When it came to John the Baptist, and why they cut his head off and put it on a platter. There's some old blood and some old fights that go way, way back to the beginning. Those very same people. Now, let's talk about John the Baptist here for a second. We're going to take a detour just really quick. Do y'all remember where Herod, his daughter, the mother, and all that did? They brought John the Baptist's head out on a platter. They was partying around it. These people are sick. But do you see why the Most High is like, yo, cut their heads off? What they have done to you, I'm going to make you do to them. And he told us we're going to do that. Now, of course, with Herod, that happened after this, but it's going to show you that the Father sees everything. You don't care about the time frame. Say, yo, cut their heads off and bring it in the basket. Don't play with our Father. Verse 8. And there came a messenger and told him, saying, they have brought the heads of the king's sons. And he said, lay ye them in 2 heaps at the entering of the gate until the morning. Put it on display for everybody to see. And it came to pass in the morning that he went out and stood and said to all the people, ye be righteous. Behold, I conspired against my master and slew him. But who slew all these? Know now that there shall fall unto the earth nothing of the word of the Lord, which the Lord spake concerning the house of Ahab. For the Lord have done that which he spake by his servant Elijah. Y'all got to understand what's going on right now. Jehu is making sure they all know what God says is going to happen is going to happen. It's the same thing I tell you. It's the same thing King JJ tell you. It's the same thing King Gino tells you. It's the same thing Queen Carly tells you. It's the same thing Queen Marissa tells you. It's the same thing Queen Tanya has told you. It's the same thing that these other brothers and sisters are telling you in Israel. The question is, are you paying attention? Are you listening? And when you are paying attention and you are listening, are you reciprocating what you're supposed to do? Just like these brothers right here. Jehu said, go kill him. I love it. Them white boys and all that out there, they love talking about their history. All the books of the Confederacy that they have out there. So much. Now it's our turn. But with this, these stories are true and verified, and they're going to happen again. Verse 11. So Jehu slew all that remained of the house of Ahab in Jezreel, and all his great men and his kinfolk and his priests, until he left none remaining. Oh, praises to the Most High. The Father said, gird up your loins. I'm sending you out to be a killer. I'm sending you out to murder. Do you understand that? That's why these Christian pastors don't bring this out. You see why? You see why they never go into the Bible? Do you get it? Do you see why there is such a violence on our people? You see, right now, they condition us to turn that violence into each other versus onto them. That was that conditioning program, man. Let's take that violence, that these people are naturally violent. Their God is also violent. Their God speaks of wrath and murder. He says himself that he's terrible. And all his kids are just like him. And they are supposed to rule the world. So we got to convince all the other nations, that we got to take these people down. And we got to keep them against each other. We got to berate them. We have to make them think that they're monkeys. When in fact, it's those Edomites and all them other nations that have the damn monkey DNA. Damn fur bandits. Verse 12. And he arose and departed and came to Samaria. And as he was at the shearing house in the way, Jehu met with the brethren of Ahaziah, king of Judah, and said, who are ye? And they answered, we are the brethren of Ahaziah, and we go down to salute the children of the king and the children of the queen. And he said, take them alive. Take them alive. And they took them alive and slew them at the pit of the shearing house. Even 2 and 40 men, neither left he any of them. What the father say? Gird up your loins, because I'm sending you to go kill. Y'all see this? I hope this is starting to click and make sense. Because there's so many people in Israel right now, they fronting. They love talking that big speech until it comes time to when you have to put a sword through somebody's chest. Even the father gave us instructions to pick up their babies and slay them. Throw them against the rocks. The father wants to see those children that he hates. He wants to see them explode against rocks. It's in the Bible. I'm reading the Bible. There are certain candidates on this planet that fit the description that's able to do these things. They tell us all the time how violent we are, right? I'm like, yeah, y'all are right. You're right. But we've been violent for too long against the wrong people ourselves. Verse 15, and when he was departed thence, he lighted on Jenoadab, the son of Rechab, coming to meet him. And he saluted him and said to him, is thine heart right as my heart is with thy heart? And Jehonadab answered, it is. If it be, give me thine hand. And he gave him his hand, and he took him up to him into the chariot. And he said, come with me and see my zeal for the Lord. So they made him ride in his chariot. You see that? He's like, yo, come see my zeal, the zealous nature that I have for the Most High to keep his word. What was the Most High's communication? Kill them niggas. He said, yo, hop in the whip with me real quick, yo. Come look at what I did. Come watch this. Watch this. And when he came to Samaria, he slew all that remained unto Ahab in Samaria, till he had destroyed him, according to the saying of the Lord, which he spake to Elijah. So I'm gonna ask y'all a question. Y'all know when we like, yo, we want to slide up on the ops, right? How many of us have done that? How many of us, we was out there in that world, be like, yo, we gotta go handle something real quick. Come on. Hop in a whip. Got your burner. Everybody knows what comes next. You can't deny it, baby. You can't deny it. And here it is. And Jehu gathered all the people together and said unto them, Ahab served Baal a little, but Jehu shall serve him much. Now, therefore, call unto me all the prophets of Baal and his servants and all his priests. Let none be wanting, for I have a great sacrifice to do to Baal. Whosoever shall be wanting, he shall not live. But Jehu did it in subtlety, to the intent that he might destroy the worshippers of Baal. And Jehu said, proclaim a solemn assembly for Baal, and they proclaimed it. And Jehu sent through all Israel, and all the worshippers of Baal came, so that there was not a man left that came not, and they came into the house of Baal, and the house of Baal was full from one end to another. And he said unto him that was over the vestry, bring forth vestments for all the worshippers of Baal. And he brought them forth vestments. And Jehu went and Jehonadab, the son of Rechab, into the house of Baal, and said unto the worshippers of Baal, search and look that there be here with you none of the servants of the Lord, but the worshippers of Baal only. So what's happening? He's like, get all them niggas together. Get all them niggas together. Make sure that there's nobody, no worshiper of the Lord in here. Get them out. Bring all the worship of Baal. Sit them niggas right up in here. You see, our brothers were smart. They were very, very smart. Verse 24, and when they went in to offer sacrifices and burnt offerings, Jehu appointed 80 men without, and said, if any of the men whom I have brought into your hands escape, he that letteth him go, his life shall be for the life of him. If any of these niggas get out, I'm gonna kill you. If any of these niggas get out, I'm gonna put you to death. Do you see how serious this is? When the Father says, gird up your loins, I'm telling y'all right now, many people don't understand what that means. Many people don't. There is a certain seriousness when the Father says, gird up your loins. Put your balls on, son. There's some things I need you to go handle for me. Remember, I'm great and terrible. All praises to our Father. Yes, sir. Watch this. And it came, verse 25. So we are reading from 2 Kings chapter 10, verse 25. And it came to pass, as soon as he had made an end of offering the burnt offering, that Jehu said to the guard and to the captains, go in and slay them. Let none come forth. And they smote them with the edge of the sword, and the guard and the captains cast them out and went to the city of the house of Baal, and they brought forth the images out of the house of Baal and burned them. And they break down the image of Baal and break down the house of Baal and made it a draught house unto this day. All praises to the Most High. Remember what the Father said. Remember what Yahushua said. He said in these last days, guess what? He said, I'm going to destroy the temple. I'm going to bring all that down. Even in the book of Obadiah, what did the Most High say? I'm going to destroy all that. I'm going to bring all that down. The very same thing here. He brings all this down. What happened as our brothers walked around the walls of Jericho? Everything came tumbling down right here. All these buildings, skyscrapers here in America, Japan, China, the Saudis, all over. All those big, tall, magnificent, grand structures, all coming down, baby. All coming down. By the hands of us. All praises to the Most High. I'm telling y'all, there's so many of you that have no idea whatsoever what your purpose is. You're going to find out soon enough whether you like it or not. Verse 28. Thus Jehu destroyed Baal out of Israel. Howbeit from the sins of Jeroboam, the son of Nebat, who made Israel to sin, Jehu departed not from after them, to wit, the golden calves that were in Bethel and that were in Dan. You see that? Our people had a problem with gold. As we still do. You see why the Father took it away from us? You see why they took all that gold? He let them nations come and take all that gold from us and put it up under the Twin Towers. And then 9/11 happened and they moved it. Now nobody knows where it's at. Y'all see that? You see why they did that? You see what? Y'all have to understand. Y'all are starting to see why all these things are starting to happen. You're starting to get the answers to a lot of things. Our people have always had a problem with gold. We put it on our teeth. We made golden calves. We did everything that we was not supposed to be doing. And the Father like, I got to take this from y'all. Y'all act up too damn much. Verse 30. And the Lord said unto Jehu, because thou hast done well in executing that which is right in mine eyes. Let me read that again for those of you that have a problem with what the Most High said. Watch this. And the Lord said unto Jehu, because thou hast done well in executing that which is right in mine eyes. I sent you to kill righteously. I said, kill them nations. I said, kill them wicked ass Israelites. I said, kill them. I didn't say make friends with them. I said, kill them. Execute them. Put them out their damn misery. I don't want them on earth. Spill their blood. Yeah, that's what's coming for many of you if you don't keep these commandments. And it's going to be done by the hands of people like me. And that is why our brothers are out here talking to our brothers and sisters, trying to get you to keep God's commandments. I have been saying since the summer, put away your sin. Put it away. Stop it. Whatever it is that you're going through is going to cost you your life. I have been saying it since I've been doing this for the past 6 years. My message has never changed. Keep God's commandments, Israelite. Let's continue. I'm going to start verse 30 again. And the Lord said unto Jehu, because thou hast done well in executing that which is right in mine eyes, and hast done unto the house of Ahab according to all that was in mine heart, thy children of the fourth generation shall sit on the throne of Israel. All praises to the Most High God of Israel. That is a promise for our people. We will be the rulers of the world. We will be the rulers of the world. We will be the rulers of the world. I made the world for your sakes. I made the world for your sakes. That's right. Everything that's happening right now, all of this is happening on earth. Everything. They know their time is up. They know it. And many of you trying so hard to comfort your master. Don't worry, master. We ain't gonna hurt you. I'm gonna kill you, nigga. You understand that? Ezekiel chapter 25, verse 14. That's what's coming to this planet. You're reading it. History lane. The Most High did it before. He's gonna do it again. Verse 31, but Jehu took no heed to walk in the law of the Lord of Israel with all his heart, for he departed not from the sins of Jeroboam, which made Israel to sin. In those days, the Lord began to cut Israel short, and Ahaziah smote them in all the coasts of Israel. From Jordan eastward, all the land of Gilead, the Gadites, and the Reubenites, and the Manassites, and the Aurora, which is led by the river Arnon, even Gilead and Bashan. Now the rest of the acts of Jehu and all that he did and all his might, are they not written in the book of the Chronicles of the kings of Israel? And Jehu slept with his fathers, and they buried him in Samaria. And Joahaz, his son, reigned in the stead. At the time that Jehu reigned over Israel in Samaria was 28 years. You see why it's so important to make sure that we follow all the way through with what the Father tells us to do? Some people will start and then stop. They'll go on fire for the Most High. You know they be on fire. They're on fire. And all of a sudden, you be like, what happened? Like, yo, bro, what happened? Your light was bright. Why is it not bright anymore? What happened? People get right back into doing their stuff. When the Father speaks to you like that, listen. When he uses you for something, know that he's coming again. But remember what the Father said. There's a season for everything. And guess what? Jehu had a season. Jehu had a season. And the Most High used him just as he was supposed to. Make sure the Most High use you for what he created you for. Seriously, make sure. You are special beyond anything that you can even possibly imagine. You understand that? I need you to understand that, okay? I need you to understand just how important you truly are and your capabilities. Many of you don't even realize the capabilities that you have because you have mothers and fathers. You had people around you that was supposed to be a support system that just beat you down. They beat you down. They told you were nothing. But listen to me. Listen to what I'm telling you. Listen to what this book is telling you. You are everything. You understand that? You are everything. And even though you may have been beaten down, stepped on, trodden down, you still have life in your body. You better get over whatever it is that you're going through. You better go wash your face, wash your ass, and get to work. You understand? Get your ass to work. There's no more laying around. It's that time.